Hi guys. This is Louis from Nice Pip speaking. We are back again trading binary. We are back again trading these volatilities, and we have come up with a new stuff for 2020, which we have been doing a thorough research. We have not been giving as much videos in the past few, I can say, month or few weeks back, because the NP strategy was not working as we wanted, was no longer as efficient as it used to be. I'll be honest there. So instead of giving educational content every week, I just thought of doing another research which could actually help us. Instead of giving out videos every week, I thought of using the time to do a certain research so that I will give people a valuable stuff that we actually use and we can all profit from. So with that being said, I then come up with this new good looking stuff that we can all see on the screen, and it has its pros and cons, which I'll mention in the video. To all those who don't know me, my name is Louis from Nice Pips, and if you are new to the YouTube channel, here at Nice Pips we give educational and valuable content which you will normally apply, you will definitely apply in your day-to-day trading. And with that being said, I would appreciate it if you give our video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn that bell on, because I release educational content whenever possible. With that being said, let's get started. Unfortunately, this is not one of our free strategies that I normally give, but you will see how much it's worth getting. So let's get down to it. In this strategy, there is our software. That is why it is not all that free. There is our software, and this software is only accessible if you are a member of the Nice Pips VIP group. If you're not a member of the VIP group, the possibility of you getting this software is very slim. But if you get the software, it does all of these and all this coloring and all these indications that you see on my screen, all for you, and it's automatic. Then when you get the software, now let's get down to the strategy and see how it works. As I normally say, and as per our trading norms, we are all going to the 4-hour chart to see the overall direction of the trend, the overall direction of the market, or where the price is going on the overall or on the average basis. So here I'm on my 4-hour chart. I see two things. First of all, here I see this level here, which I can define as a key level. Then I also see my trend, which is a downtrend. So I see two things here. I see that at this key level here, what is a key level? A key level is a level whereby when the price gets to that level, it acts or it behaves in a certain way. At this point here, at this level, the price, whenever it's getting at this key level, it's bouncing up. For example, it did that once. It bounced up in this manner. When it got to this point, again, it bounced up in the very same manner. So it's our key level. We call these ones key level. Let me highlight them by giving them a black color. So that we can have an understanding of what we are saying. Then number two thing that I see here is I see a downtrend. And what is a downtrend? A downtrend is when I have a series of higher lows and lower lows, meaning to say our trend, just by looking at it, we see that it is going down. So why do we have to go to the 4-hour chart and draw lines manually when we have a software? The reason why we do this is we want to know whether we are looking at sells or at buys, so as to maximize our profit. So if our price is anywhere closer to the key level, which is acting as support at this moment, is we are looking at buying the market. And if our price is anywhere closer to the trend line, which is acting as a resistant area at this point, is we are looking at selling, because as per norms of forex, we know that we all sell at resistance and we buy at the support. So now we have our 4-hour we have our 4-hour overall knowledge of how the price is acting. We now go to the 1 hour just to confirm what we have seen on 4 hour, and we see that it's valid, because I always tell you, if you draw support and resistance on a higher time frame, then you go to a lower time frame, it has to match. For example, here it respects this zone, it respects this zone, which is our area of the trend line, it respects this zone, it respects this zone, it respects this zone 3 times, which is our area of support of our trend line. Then what do we do from there? We are now going to our 15-minute chart. The reason why we don't check trades on 1 hour and on 4 hour is because of our account size. But given that we all have good account sizes, it is best to take trades on bigger time frames, because there are larger profits as compared to shorter or smaller time frames. But because our account sizes, we are only looking at scalping. Most of account sizes that I've seen, it's not because if an account is 1,000 it's big. No, it's because volatility 75 especially is highly volatile. So the average of our account sizes are small. So just being realistic, these account sizes won't allow you to enter trades on 1 hour or on 4 hour time frame. So now we are now on 15-minute time frame, and we have seen that our price is somewhere closer to the trend line, which was acting as resistance. So we are looking at selling opportunities. Remember, we sell at resistance and we buy at support. We are looking at selling. So this is when now our software start working. This is when our software start working. So number one thing that you have to look for, the software has 3 components on it. It has these Bollinger Bands, which we call the highway. Then it has this middle line in between, which is the moving average. And it has this TDI. To those who traded with us last year, you know what's a TDI, which is Trader Dynamic Index. From the BTMM, exactly that one, from the Be the Market Maker method. That's the TDI that we are using. So if you have the software, it loads all of these automatically. You do not have to program anything, and it's very easy to install. So what you are looking at is, you are looking at the points where the price steps out of the highway. Which points are those ones? This point here, where the price steps out of the highway. This point here, where the price steps out of the highway. This point here. This is so that our price could have a sniper entry, a zero drawback trade, when the price steps out of the highway. Here the price actually stepped out. It's only that it's not zoomed as we can see. Now, when the price steps out of the highway, we are now, that's confirmation number 1 actually. So we can put something, an object, just to mark that area. Let's mark this area here. This area here shows me that the price stepped out of the highway, which are these Bollinger Bands. These are what we call the highway. Then confirmation number 2, we are now visiting our TDI. Remember, we do all of this on a 15-minute time frame. On a TDI, we need to see a V shape. This V shape here. The initiation of a V showing me that it's now going up. That is a confirmation that we are now taking our buy trade here. 1, it's out of the Bollinger Band. It's out of the highway. Number 2, the green line in our TDI, which is the signal line, is showing that it's indicating that it's about to form a V. That's when we enter our buy, exactly here. It may sound impossible, but we have come up with a great way to make this possible and easier than it's sounding now, which I will tell you in the next few minutes. Then, when it crosses over, that's when you are now putting your stop loss at break even. It crossed over here, meaning to say our price is now somewhere here. This is when now you are now putting your stop loss at entry point. Meaning to say the price, we don't expect it to come back at this point again. And you hold your trade until it gets to the other side of the rod, which is somewhere here. And this is a lot of money in V75. because given that you have entered your trade here, you are going to exit it somewhere here. It's an intraday trade. Now, let us look at another example as we back test our strategy. Look here. Confirmation number one. Confirmation number one, it has stepped out of the highway. The price has stepped out of the highway. Confirmation number two, my TDI has given me a V. Then confirmation number three, I will tell you, then we are now entering a buy. We are holding it until it gets to the other side of the highway. It crosses the highway. So we are only scalping these movements. Remember, if you scalp 3 of these movements in a day, you have made a fortune for yourself. You scalp this one, you scalp this one, and maybe you scalp this one. In one day, you have made a fortune. Now, one thing that we have improved on the system, or as we were doing our research, is it's very difficult to notice that price has stepped out of the highway, especially if the price is current, because given that the candle is here, you won't see that it's out of the highway, because remember, the highway will also be moving along with the price. So we have introduced these good arrows here, which are there to, these arrows are not there to indicate a sell trade or a buy trade. Arrow down does not mean sell, and arrow up does not mean buy. However, arrow down simply means the price has stepped out of the highway from above. Arrow up means the price has stepped out of the road from below. Meaning to say, if you get your arrow, you are getting your arrow here, then you get your V here, you are now looking at the other confirmation, other confluence. The arrow is being given to you for free. The arrow is being given to you for free by the software. Then you are now looking at your signal line. You are now looking at your confirmation. You are now giving yourself a rectangle confirmation here, just to indicate that for sure at this point, price is outside of the highway. Then you are now looking at your TDI. When it crosses, you don't need a signal provider to tell you to put stop loss at entry point. It crossed here, the signal line has crossed your red line. You are now putting your stop loss at entry point, meaning to say the price, we do not expect it to come back here again. Then you are now holding your trade until it gets to the other side of the road. It crosses the road. How do you know it crossed the road? You know it crossed the road because price has passed the moving average, which is in between your highway. So with that being said, guys, this is an easy strategy that you can all follow and you can all go along, and it's an easy way. And for you to get this cool software which does basically everything on its own, I'll put the link in the description below. I'll put my contact details, my Instagram, my Telegram, so that you can get information of how you can get to the VIP group and you can get yourself this cool software which is doing basically everything for free for you. Then for those who are new, those who do not know us, you may want to test our reliability. I'll put the link in the description below to our free Telegram channel, which you get access to at least one profitable trade every single day. Every single day you can make a fortune out of these free trades. But for more signals and for more mentorship and more training on these volatilities, there is a link in the description which is going to tell you how you can get your way to the VIP channel. And one other thing before I forget, the signal works on my three favorites, which is volatility 50, volatility 75, and my personal best, which is the step index. Do a slight analysis here. It's on 4 hours. See, on 4 hour, I'm trying to get what the market is saying. On 4 hour, what is the market saying? What is the market saying? On 4 hour, I do have this. This is the confluence that I have on my 4 hour. Then I'm now going to my 15-minute. Now I know I am looking at buying. Why? Because at this point, the price rose up 3 times and it broke out. According to the basics of Forex, I'm expecting a retest so that it drops. But here, there are possibilities that I can scalp going up. So I'm now visiting my 15-minute time frame. Then I'm now looking at my software. Just for a few confirmations. It has not yet given me an arrow to show me that we are out of the railway. Once it gives me an arrow pointing up, I'm now looking at my TDI. And by the way, the TDI is not yet giving me something like a V sign. As long as I have something like a V sign and I have my arrow here, I am looking at buying the market and holding it until it gets to the other side of the road. So with that being said, guys, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and post a comment, because we take time to reply to each and every comment that you have, each and every opinion that you have to say, and each and every improvements. We make time for all those comments. So I'm out, guys. Peace. Subscribe, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and Telegram, and be a part of what we do. I'm out, guys. Peace.